Life has a way of pulling you in every direction. One moment things feel fine, and the next, you're drowning in stress, expectations, and disappointments. It's exhausting. It feels like no matter what you do, someone to please, something to fix, a problem to solve, a mistake to overthink, a past regret to analyze. And before you know it, your mind is a battlefield filled with worries that won't stop attacking you. But stop for a second. Ask yourself, who told you that you have to carry all of this? Who told you that you need to hold on to every single thought, every expectation, every little problem that pops into your head? Who convinced you that life is meant to be lived in a state of constant stress? Most people don't realize this, but the real suffering isn't coming from life itself. It's coming from how much you're holding on to things that don't serve you. You don't have to control everything. You don't have to react to everything. You don't have to waste your energy caring about things that, in the grand scheme of life, won't even matter. And yet, that's exactly what most people do. They wake up and immediately hand over their energy to the world. They let social media set their mood. They let minor inconveniences ruin their day. They let other people's opinions shape their confidence. They overthink situations that ended weeks, months, or even years ago. And they carry all of it, every thought, every worry, every ounce of stress, like a burden they can never put down. But let's break the illusion right now. You don't have to live that way. You don't have to let everything weigh you down. You don't have to care so deeply about things that don't add value to your life. Imagine what your life would look like if you started to care less about the things that drain you and care more about the things that actually bring you peace, strength, and fulfillment. Imagine waking up and knowing that your energy is yours to control, not something that gets stolen by every little thing that crosses your mind. Imagine how much lighter life would feel if you finally stopped holding on to what isn't yours to carry. Most people go their entire lives without realizing that they are choosing to suffer. They don't realize that most of their stress is self-inflicted, caused by giving too much attention to things that don't actually matter. If you let the small things dictate your emotions, your entire life will feel chaotic. If you let other people's opinions control your self-worth, you'll never be truly free. If you give your energy to things that have no long-term impact on your life, you'll wake up one day wondering where all your time went. Before we continue, if you're finding this message valuable, take a second to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss what's coming next. Now let's talk about time, because the truth is you don't have as much of it as you think. Every second you spend worrying about something pointless is a second you'll never get back. Every minute spent replaying an old conversation is a minute you could have spent building something meaningful. Every day wasted on negativity is a day you could have used to move forward. And that's the biggest mistake people make. They waste themselves on things that won't even matter in a few weeks, let alone a few years. They waste their energy worrying about opinions that people won't even remember tomorrow. They waste their emotions on temporary frustrations. They waste their peace on battles that they never needed to fight in the first place. What if you simply stopped? What if you stopped reacting to every little thing? What if you stopped letting other people's moods dictate your mood? What if you stopped caring so much about things that do nothing for you? Because that's where your real power is. Not in controlling the world, but in controlling yourself. Not in fixing every situation, but in choosing what deserves your attention. Not in constantly seeking approval, but in realizing that you never needed it in the first place. Most people don't know this, but the ability to let go is one of the most powerful skills you can develop. Letting go doesn't mean giving up. It means choosing peace over pointless stress. It means protecting your energy. It means freeing yourself from things that don't matter so that you can focus on what actually does. And when you learn this, you become untouchable. People's words stop affecting you. Situations that used to frustrate you become irrelevant. The things that once drained you no longer have power over you. You finally understand that you don't need to fight every battle. You don't need to respond to every insult. You don't need to prove yourself to anyone. You just need to live on your own terms. This doesn't mean you stop caring completely. It means you start caring intelligently. You start filtering where your energy goes. You stop giving free access to your emotions. You choose what deserves your time, and you let everything else pass by like clouds in the sky. Life becomes so much easier when you realize that you don't have to hold on to everything. You don't have to react. You don't have to engage. You don't have to stress over things that, in the bigger picture, mean nothing. If something costs you your peace, it's too expensive. If something drains you more than it fulfills you, it's not worth it. If something steals your time without adding anything valuable, it's a distraction. And distractions are the biggest enemy of a peaceful life. Most people aren't actually living. They're just reacting. Reacting to news, reacting to opinions, reacting to stress. Always on edge, always emotionally exhausted, always overwhelmed. But the moment you decide to stop letting everything steal your energy, your life changes. Not because the world changes, not because people become kinder, not because problems disappear, but because you become stronger. You start choosing your battles instead of fighting all of them. You start protecting your energy instead of giving it away to everything that asks for it. You start letting go of things that don't deserve space in your mind. And when that happens, life finally feels lighter. Because you're no longer holding on to what was never yours to carry. Life isn't about carrying everything. It's about learning what to put down so you can move forward lighter, stronger, and more free. Think about it. Most of the things you're stressing over today won't even matter in a year. The opinions you're worried about? Forgotten. The mistakes you keep overthinking? Irrelevant. The pressure to be perfect, to impress, to meet expectations that weren't even yours to begin with, none of it actually matters in the long run. What does matter is how you choose to spend your time, your energy, and your life. Because the more you hold on to what doesn't serve you, the less space you have for what actually fulfills you. Let go of what drains you. Let go of the weight that was never yours to carry. Let go of the things that make you feel small, unworthy, or stuck. You don't need them. What you need is peace. What you need is clarity. What you need is to stop wasting energy on what doesn't matter so you can finally start focusing on what does. Because at the end of the day, no one remembers the moments you spent overthinking. No one remembers the unnecessary stress, the worries, the fear of what might go wrong. But you will remember whether you lived your life freely, fully, and on your own terms. So make that choice today. Let go of what's holding you back and move forward with less weight, less stress, and more clarity. If this message spoke to you, let me know in the comments. What's one thing you're letting go of today? I'd love to hear your perspective. And if you haven't already, hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss what's coming next. Better content is on the way.